Hollywood is in shock tonight as Ernest Lee Thomas, the beloved co-star of Danielle Spencer, opens up about her sudden passing. His emotional tribute reveals heartbreaking moments that the public never saw, moments that will leave fans stunned and questioning everything they thought they knew about the actress. You won't believe what he revealed. Danielle Spencer wasn't just a television star. She was a cultural icon whose presence lit up every screen she graced. But behind the laughter and charm, there was a private life that few knew about. Now, with her sudden passing, the spotlight has turned to those who knew her best, and none more closely than her co-star, Ernest Lee Thomas. In this video, we're revealing his heartfelt reaction to Danielle's death, sharing the private memories, emotional tributes, and candid reflections that shocked Hollywood. You'll hear about the moments fans never witnessed, the personal struggles Danielle faced in silence, and the touching ways Ernest honored her legacy. This is where it gets truly emotional. You won't believe what Ernest shared about their friendship, the laughter, the heartbreak, and the legacy she leaves behind. Stick around because by the end, you'll see a side of Danielle Spencer that no headline ever showed, and the tribute that has left Hollywood speechless. Danielle Spencer and Ernest Lee Thomas shared a connection that went far beyond the cameras of What's Happening. To millions, they were Dee and Roger, a sibling dynamic filled with humor, heart, and unforgettable moments. But behind the sitcom, their bond was deeply personal, built on years of trust, shared experiences, and mutual respect. Ernest often described Danielle as not just a co-star, but a friend and confidant. In interviews, he recalled how her quick wit and expressive personality brought energy to every scene, but also how she could bring calm and encouragement off camera. Cast members later revealed that Danielle had a way of noticing when someone was struggling, always offering support without seeking attention, a quality that left a lasting impression on Ernest and the entire cast. The duo's chemistry on screen wasn't accidental. Hours of rehearsals, shared jokes, and improvisation strengthened their performances, making their interactions feel natural and authentic. Fans loved the playful banter and heartfelt moments between Dee and Roger, not realizing that these were reflections of the genuine care and camaraderie Danielle and Ernest shared behind the scenes. But their relationship went beyond work. Outside of the studio, they spent time together at events, charity functions, and private gatherings. Ernest often spoke of Danielle's loyalty and warmth, describing moments where she offered guidance, encouragement, or simply a listening ear. These interactions built a foundation of trust that became especially significant in the years following the show as Danielle navigated life after fame. And here's where it gets particularly moving. Ernest later revealed that in the days leading up to Danielle's passing, they had shared a private conversation filled with laughter, memories, and reflections on their careers. He described it as one of the last times he could see her true spirit, joyful, witty, and full of life, even as she faced challenges the public never knew about. This private bond would make his tribute to her passing all the more emotional, resonating deeply with fans who had only seen her on screen. As we move into the next chapter, we'll explore the shocking and emotional details of Danielle's sudden passing and how Ernest Lee Thomas's heartfelt tribute revealed truths about her life and legacy that the public had never known, including some moments that left even Hollywood insiders stunned. The news of Danielle Spencer's sudden passing sent shockwaves across Hollywood and her fan base worldwide. Few could believe that the vibrant, talented actress who had brought joy to millions had departed so unexpectedly. While the public had seen her as a joyful and resilient figure on screen, behind the scenes, Danielle faced challenges that were rarely discussed, challenges that made her sudden passing all the more heartbreaking. Insiders revealed that Danielle had been managing a mix of health complications in the months leading up to her death. While she had sought treatment and support, she maintained a quiet demeanor, choosing to shield her struggles from the public eye. Friends and colleagues describe her as remarkably private, preferring intimate moments with loved ones over the glare of media attention. This decision, while respecting her dignity, meant that fans were unaware of the fragility behind her seemingly energetic presence. The shock was compounded when news outlets confirmed the timing of her passing. Hollywood veterans, former co-stars, and collaborators were left reeling, sharing heartfelt messages on social media, recounting the warmth, humor, and kindness that Danielle had brought to every set, project, and personal interaction. Ernest Lee Thomas, in particular, delivered a tribute that captivated audiences, a moving recounting of her generosity, her humor, and the indelible mark she left on everyone who knew her. Ernest revealed private anecdotes that had never been shared publicly. One story involved a behind-the-scenes moment during filming where Danielle went out of her way to cheer up a struggling crew member, demonstrating the depth of her empathy. Another involved a conversation they had in which Danielle expressed her gratitude for the friendships she had formed on the show and reflected on the lessons she had learned from life's highs and lows. These revelations highlighted a side of Danielle that fans rarely saw, a woman who balanced public success with personal humility and care for others. Hollywood's reaction was both immediate and profound. Social media flooded with tributes, with hashtags honoring her legacy trending worldwide. Former cast members shared videos and photos, reflecting on her talent, her laughter, and the joy she had brought to countless viewers. Entertainment news outlets ran retrospectives, exploring her contributions to television and her influence on future generations of actors. Yet Ernest's tribute stood apart because of the raw emotion and honesty he conveyed. Viewers were moved not only by the content of his memories, but by the vulnerability he displayed, revealing the depth of his connection to Danielle. He spoke of the laughter they shared, the quiet support they gave one another off camera, and the heartbreak he felt at her sudden departure. His words painted a portrait of a woman whose legacy extended far beyond her iconic role, someone whose life touched hearts in ways that were unseen, yet deeply felt. And here's the part that left fans stunned. Ernest disclosed that Danielle had left behind personal messages and notes reflecting her thoughts, humor, and love for her friends and family. An intimate glimpse into her final reflections. These messages, shared posthumously, revealed a profound wisdom and serenity, showing that even in her last days, Danielle sought to leave behind joy, inspiration, and gratitude. As we move into the next chapter, we'll dive deeper into Ernest Lee Thomas's tribute, exploring the emotional reactions, the personal stories he shared, and the elements of Danielle's life that Hollywood and fans alike had never fully appreciated. This is where the full impact of her legacy becomes clear, and the tribute that stunned audiences worldwide comes into sharp focus. Ernest Lee Thomas's tribute to Danielle Spencer was unlike anything fans had expected. While many had shared condolences or brief memories on social media, Ernest took the opportunity to paint a full, heartfelt picture of Danielle's life, personality, and impact, both on-screen and off. His words resonated deeply, leaving audiences emotional, inspired, and in awe of the bond they had shared. In his tribute, Ernest recounted countless moments that demonstrated Danielle's kindness, generosity, and unwavering support for those around her. One story that quickly went viral involved a late-night rehearsal during their filming days. A crew member had been struggling with personal issues, and Danielle, noticing their distress, spent hours comforting them, offering encouragement and even practical advice. Ernest emphasized that these gestures weren't rare, they were Danielle's nature. She quietly lifted others without seeking recognition, embodying a humility that was rare in Hollywood. He also shared intimate behind-the-scenes memories of their working relationship. From playful pranks on set to long conversations about life, Ernest painted Danielle as someone who balanced humor with thoughtfulness, wit with empathy. She had a unique ability to make anyone feel seen, whether it was a co-star, crew member, or fan. Ernest revealed that these qualities extended into her final days, where her concern for others never wavered, despite her private struggles. But the most moving part of his tribute came when Ernest described their final conversation. In the weeks before Danielle passed, they had shared a private moment reflecting on their careers, their shared memories, and the legacy they had created. Ernest recounted how Danielle laughed, reminisced, and even expressed gratitude for the journey they had taken together. He described it as a bittersweet encounter, one filled with joy, nostalgia, and an unspoken understanding that life was fragile, precious, and fleeting. Fans were captivated by the honesty and vulnerability in Ernest's words. Unlike standard celebrity tributes, his was deeply personal, revealing a side of Danielle that the public rarely saw. He spoke not only of her accomplishments, but of her struggles, her quiet courage, and the love she carried for friends, family, and even fans who had supported her over the years. Hollywood insiders also reacted strongly to the tribute. Former co-stars and collaborators praised Ernest for his courage in sharing these intimate stories, noting that it reminded the industry of Danielle's full humanity. Social media erupted with hashtags commemorating both Danielle and Ernest's heartfelt words. Viewers commented that his tribute helped them see Danielle in a new light, not just as a beloved actress, but as a remarkable human being whose kindness and resilience left a lasting mark. And here's the shocking part that stunned audiences. Ernest revealed that Danielle had personally entrusted him with one final message for the world. Through private notes and recorded reflections, she wanted her fans to remember her laughter, her generosity, and the joy she found in even the smallest moments. Ernest's delivery of these messages made the tribute both a celebration of her life and a powerful reminder of the legacy she left behind. A legacy that went far beyond fame, into the realm of personal inspiration and human connection. As we move into the next chapter, we'll explore how Hollywood, fans, and the public responded to this stunning tribute, the viral reactions across social media, and the broader impact Danielle Spencer's life and Ernest Lee Thomas's words have had on audiences worldwide. The story is far from over, and the outpouring of emotion that followed reveals just how deeply Danielle's legacy touched everyone she encountered. After Ernest Lee Thomas's heartfelt tribute to Danielle Spencer went public, the response from both Hollywood and fans worldwide was overwhelming. Social media platforms quickly became a hub of grief, admiration, and reflection as people shared their memories, favorite moments, and condolences. For many, the tribute offered a rare glimpse into Danielle's private life, her kindness, humor, and resilience, which few had previously known. Fans flooded Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook with hashtags celebrating Danielle's legacy. Clips from What's Happening, personal photos, and quotes from Ernest's tribute circulated rapidly, reminding the public why Danielle had captured hearts for decades. Many shared personal stories about how her performances had inspired them during their own childhoods, reflecting the far-reaching impact of her work. It became clear that Danielle was more than just a television star. She was a cultural icon whose influence transcended generations. Hollywood's response was equally moving. Former co-stars, producers, and collaborators took to social media to honor Danielle, sharing behind-the-scenes anecdotes and highlighting her generosity and professionalism. One co-star described her as a light that brightened every set she walked onto, while another recounted how Danielle had helped guide younger actors through the challenges of the industry, offering mentorship that went far beyond what was required. These tributes painted a picture of a woman whose influence extended far beyond her on-screen performances, someone who shaped lives quietly, thoughtfully, and profoundly. News outlets ran extensive retrospectives, exploring both Danielle's career and her lasting legacy. Articles highlighted her iconic role as Dee Thomas, her resilience after leaving the spotlight, and the private battles she had faced in recent years. Many journalists emphasized the emotional weight of Ernest Lee Thomas's tribute, noting that it revealed a side of Danielle that Hollywood often overlooked: her humanity, generosity, and the deep connections she fostered with those around her. But what made the response truly remarkable was the personal impact Ernest's tribute had on viewers. Fans reported feeling a renewed sense of appreciation for Danielle's work and character, and countless comments expressed gratitude for the opportunity to learn more about her off-screen life. Many described feeling a mixture of sadness and inspiration, moved by both her passing and the stories shared by Ernest. Even celebrities who had never worked directly with Danielle joined the conversation, praising her contributions to television and honoring her legacy. Her influence on child actors, comedic timing in sitcoms, and ability to connect with audiences were repeatedly highlighted. These responses underscored that Danielle Spencer's impact was not limited to a single show or era. Her presence had left a permanent imprint on entertainment history. And here's the most touching part. Fans and celebrities alike echoed a common theme from Ernest's tribute: that Danielle's kindness, humor, and spirit continued to live on through those she had touched. Tributes poured in not just to mourn her passing, but to celebrate the life of a woman whose warmth and generosity had created ripples far beyond what anyone could have anticipated. As we move to the next chapter, we'll explore the lasting legacy Danielle Spencer leaves behind, how Ernest Lee Thomas continues to honor her memory, and the lessons the world can learn from her life. A story of resilience, friendship, and the enduring power of human connection. Danielle Spencer's passing and Ernest Lee Thomas's stunning tribute have reminded the world of a truth often overlooked in Hollywood: that the lives behind the spotlight are as rich, complex, and meaningful as the characters these actors portray. Danielle's legacy extends far beyond her role as Dee Thomas. It's a story of resilience, generosity, and the quiet, enduring impact one person can have on countless lives. Ernest's tribute highlighted lessons that are both intimate and universal. First, he reminded the world that empathy matters. Danielle's small acts of kindness, whether helping a struggling crew member, mentoring a young actor, or simply listening to a friend, created ripples of influence that continue long after her passing. In a fast-paced industry often focused on fame and recognition, Danielle's humility and care for others set a standard that remains deeply inspiring. Second, the tribute underscored the importance of connection. Ernest shared how their friendship and shared experiences shaped his life, revealing the profound effect Danielle had on those around her. It wasn't just her talent that left an impression. It was her loyalty, her ability to make people feel seen, and her genuine desire to bring joy to others. This lesson resonates beyond Hollywood, reminding us all to nurture the relationships that truly matter. Third, Danielle's life illustrates the power of perseverance. While her early success as a child star could have defined her entire career, she navigated challenges with grace and determination. From dealing with the pressures of public scrutiny to managing private health struggles, Danielle faced adversity quietly, yet with dignity. Ernest's tribute captured this resilience, showing that true strength often lies not in public accolades, but in how one lives with integrity, compassion, and courage behind the scenes. Her legacy is also a reminder of the lasting impact of storytelling. Through her work on What's Happening, Danielle connected with generations of viewers, creating laughter, joy, and a sense of familiarity that continues to resonate decades later. Ernest's reflections amplify this legacy, revealing how the bonds formed on set and the kindness extended off-camera continue to shape lives. Fans, too, have taken lessons from Ernest's words. Many report feeling inspired to act with more empathy, to cherish friendships, and to recognize that even small gestures of care can leave an enduring mark. Danielle's life and Ernest's tribute together create a powerful narrative. That legacy is built not just on fame, but on love, integrity, and the lives we touch in meaningful ways. Finally, Ernest's tribute serves as a testament to the enduring power of memory and remembrance. By sharing personal anecdotes, private reflections, and intimate moments, he allowed the world to see Danielle Spencer not just as an actress, but as a human being with depth, humor, and heart. His words ensure that Danielle's influence will continue, inspiring both fans and fellow actors to honor the lives and stories of those around them. As we reflect on Danielle Spencer's life, her passing, and the remarkable tribute by Ernest Lee Thomas, one truth becomes clear. Legacies are not measured solely by awards or public acclaim, but by the compassion, joy, and inspiration we leave behind. Danielle's legacy is living proof of that. In the conclusion, we'll recap the major revelations, highlight why her story continues to matter, and provide a final call to action for viewers to celebrate her life and honor her memory.